Brandon Royval, man, he delivers every single time out. He is perhaps poised for his fourth post-fight bonus.
Man, I'm trying to get these 50 G's every time I'm out here, and I'm sure I'm going to get it this time again, baby. We're making bank.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier. I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it. Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. I'm not doing a solo show today. Matt will be here shortly. I'm just starting because we have the challenger, of course, fighting Alexandre Pantoja on Saturday, and he is a very, very limited time. Oh, Matt, you're here. Perfect. Okay, I'm just starting. We're going to get Brandon in.
Sorry, man.
That's okay, buddy. I don't care. All right, let's bring in Brandon Royval. Very happy for him that he's got this shot. There he is. Sorry for the wait, Brandon.
So,
no worries, bro.
Brandon, that was my bad. I got ass issues. Sorry for
No,
Yeah.
Good to
Are
see
you guys
bro.
good to do it? I'm at Syndicate right now. You guys good to do the interview here?
Yeah,
Sure. Like 2 hours?
Yeah.
Perfect.
as long as you can hear us.
Yeah.
You're
It's
drinking
your
coffee
time
after-
now. Brandon, it's
Hey,
your time, bro.
That coffee is the reason you got that ass issues, huh?
As I have issues, I drink more coffee. I don't know why I do it.
yeah, I got balance.
Your first fight with Alexandre, it was a really, really competitive, good fight. I mean, it ended in the second, but it was almost like you threw a punch that kind of gave your back to him. It seemed like you stand up and then he took advantage of that. What do you expect to be different about this fight? Because I thought you looked so good in that first fight. Is there anything you've changed that you think will make the difference for number two?
Yeah. I think that was like a big lesson on how I trained and everything. Is just Alexandre Pantoja taught me how to I need to slow everything down. You know, I need to slow a lot down. I need to slow how I fight down. I need to slow how I speak down. I need to slow a lot of things down. And I was so in a rush to go get the finish that it ultimately caused my loss. You know, and that was a fight that I was the second round. I was starting to take over, and I felt like. I felt like in between those first and second round, I was like, I'm going to win this fight for sure. And then I just watched it all slip away right after that. And credit to Alexandre Pantoja because I'm a way better fighter because of that, man.
Can I ask you too, when you talk about going for the finish too fast, do you mean in round two when you went for the choke? Is that what you're talking about? And then
just rushing the punches.
Okay.
I feel like that was a perfect time where I could just marinate, play with my food, and just kind of have fun with it, and then expose him, and just wait for the perfect time. And I feel like that's gonna be the difference between that fight then and this fight now.
Well, since that fight, man, you're on a 3-fight winning streak. I mean, that's exciting. Shit, you're doing something right now, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like I got to take on a new style. And those last 3 fights, I could kind of master it a little bit, and including the very last fight I had where I'm patient, a little bit unadded character, you know. And I was still in his face the whole time, but being very patient and threatening the whole entire time too. So now that I fight Alexandre Pantoja, I feel like I've mastered the style that I've been needing to kind of play with to get me this championship fight in the UFC.
Well, your movement is so good, and you're so hard on the floor to do anything with, because it seemed like everything he tried to do, you had an answer for. Everything he came close to putting you in, you rolled out of. And he was also very good. But I loved when you were going for his ankle, and then you switched, and you were going, I think, for the other leg. I mean, you're just a really difficult guy to deal with. And I thought you looked better in that first fight, with the exception of that last moment.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like with Alexandre Pantoja, man, and myself, it's like we're two very dangerous people on the feet and on the ground, and I gotta be super aware of everything he does, and he has to be super aware of everything I do. We're two very much finishers that go for the kill at all times, and I feel like not only is that gonna make an exciting fight, but it's just like that's just what I prepared for. I prepared for hell. I prepared for a killer, and that's what I have in front of me, you know.
Was his cardio, because they were talking about like how you're relentless, you just don't stop. And obviously he has good cardio, but did you feel him getting tired at all? Or did you feel like he was able to keep up with you comfortably?
I could feel him getting tired. I definitely felt him getting tired. I felt like I said, man, I felt like I had that fight wrapped up, to be completely honest. I felt like when I looked over at him between that first and that second round, I was like, this fight's all but over right now. And the fact that I took the loss was haunts me forever, man. It haunts me forever, especially just being a cardio-based athlete like that.
Did you get that after the Tim Elliott fight? Wasn't there a shoulder injury that you got fixed up or something?
Yeah. I had a latter day shoulder surgery. Yeah. So
you said it used to like pop out, but then you got right. It used to come out during training.
It used to pop out every week, man. Every week, every day, every other day. Yeah, I had to stop grappling. But before I got to the UFC, I stopped grappling so I could just make sure my shoulders okay, so I can make it to the fight. So it wasn't until at the Alexandre Pantoja fight I got cleared 2 months before me and him fought. And it wasn't until Alexandre Pantoja fight until I started grappling and doing jiu-jitsu again. So it was a long time, but being injured, super injured for this thing.
When did you find out you were? Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say.
Hey, love you, baby. I'll see you later. Sorry, I had to say bye to my girl.
Oh, that's okay. When did you find out you were getting the fight and not? It was not going to be a rematch with Moreno.
In September, because it was right after the UFC like Mexico card, and it was yeah. And I remember I left, and it was at the fight was at the T-Mobile Center, and I left, and I remember thinking like right then that I'm like, God, I hope that it's here. I hope all that stuff, and just kind of manifesting in my head. And then as soon as my plane landed, I got a call saying that I'm fighting for the flyweight 125 belt against Alexandre Pantoja at T-Mobile Center. And I was like, our T-Mobile Arena or whatever it is. And it was just like, damn, that's so cool.
It feels like does it feel like it's your time now, bro? Come on, you've been in this game so long since you were a kid. Does it feel like it's your time now, bro?
It feels like everything just makes so much sense to me right now, bro. And like, I feel like, and like maybe everybody feels like that, but I feel like it just makes so much sense that like, I'm going to win a belt. I'm going to be the first one from my gym to do it. I've been training at the gym the longest. I'm going to win it in Las Vegas. I'm going to win it at T-Mobile Arena. And then also I'm going to win it in a rematch, which is like, it's so suiting to my life of just fucking things up constantly and just finally finding a way to kind of make it right, you know? And I feel like that's just the story of me, is just persistence paying off and just, you know, doing a lot of fucking things up and then learning along the way. I've never been one of those people that were gonna have a perfect record ever, or just I've never been one of those people, you know. So I feel like having a little bit of an ugly record and still pulling through and winning the belt is so suiting to my life.
Hey man, my record is ugly as fuck, and I got a belt. So hey, yeah, man, fuck those.
That's how I feel, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, bro, like I said, it took so much to get here. It took so much to get to the UFC. It took so much to get to this title fight. But it's like, I'm here and I fucking done everything the hardest way possible. And I'm just so happy to fucking finally show the world what I'm capable of, you know?
Is there any difference in mindset? Now, I know a fight's a fight, but you're fighting for the belt. Is there any difference in your mindset now going into this one as opposed to the last time you fought?
Yeah. I mean, there's like subtle reminders that I'm fighting for a belt, but to be completely honest, it's just like I forget about that shit all the time. Like I always forget about it. And like to be even more honest than that is just like, fuck the belt, bro. I just want revenge. I just want to get that fight back. And I want to be ranked number one, and I want to be known as the most dangerous flyweight in the world. And going for Alexandre Pantoja and getting a finish will be the way to do that.
Yeah, man. And a lot of guys have questions when they're going for the belt. Like, man, this guy's the champ. Can I hang? Am I on that level? You have the answers to that already. You know, when you fought him, you're an elevated fighter now. And I don't know, man, who has changed more since you guys fought last? I mean, that could be a question right there.
You know? No, I don't even think it's a question. I think you can see it in our fights. I feel like he's still the same kind of brawler that he's been since he stepped on the scene for legacy fighting, and I feel like I've made vast improvements. I definitely am still a brawler at heart, but I'm a counter striker. I'm all of it. I feel like I could be, I 100%, and could be arrogant, but it's like, I feel like I could be any of these flyweights in the UFC, in a taekwondo match, in a boxing match, in a jiu-jitsu match. I'll definitely get fucked up in wrestling, but all that being said is wrestling is just to get to those positions. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I feel like I'll be anybody in my division in all those positions, and I'm 100% confident in that.
It's amazing to me. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
No, that's okay, buddy.
It's amazing to me when Brandon's telling us that he wasn't doing any grappling when he fought like Tim Elliott, because the exchanges they had on the ground, you're thinking he's living on the mat. Meanwhile, he had one wing. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for a healthy you in there fighting for the title. This is just, it's going to be fireworks, man. And it's on an amazing card. So shit, man. It's going to be popping off, bro.
Straight up, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to make this happen, man. I really can't.
What did you take away from his fight with Moreno, which was such an impressive performance? And what did you were you surprised at how that fight went, or what were your thoughts on that when you were watching it?
That guy has heart. That's just a guy that wanted to win, man. He looked exhausted. I 100% believe in my heart of hearts that man was super exhausted, and he just chose to be a fighter that day and just chose to push through and win that belt. And it's like, somebody asked me, they're like, how do you break a fighter like that mentally? And it's like, you don't break a fighter like that mentally. There's no breaking that guy mentally. I'm breaking him physically. Like, that's the only way to do it, is I'm breaking it physically. There's no way I'm breaking it mentally.
That's that's smart of you to think that, like, to recognize that and go, oh, that's not the goal. And last thing before, the first time we talked to you was a while ago. What was your last day job? Because a part of me thinks you were still working at a regular job the first time we spoke to you. What was your last day job?
Yeah, I was working at a full-time job. I was working at a JV correctional facility.
Right. And then you were like talking about leaving it, or you were just about to leave it?
Yeah, I didn't leave it until I fought, like right before I fought Kai Kara France.
Oh, okay. Let me go back and see when that was. But it's just crazy now to see you, here a couple of years later, and you're fighting for the belt. I mean, congratulations. It's really nice to see how much you've progressed and how far you've come in a short period of time.
Yeah, I can't believe it either, man. It's crazy, but super grateful for this life.
When you're a champ, don't forget about us.
Yeah. Never. Yeah.
You know?
Have a great fight, Brandon. Congratulations on getting the title shot, and I really want to see you do it. So have a great fight.
Thank you for fitting me in, y'all. I appreciate you.
Okay, take care, buddy. Be good.
Man. Go ahead, brother. That's great.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to talk to him. He has a crazy schedule, I guess. They have him doing press.
Jimmy,
Yes,
all
sir.
I know is I'm going to eat very light at your house.
Why?
I got belly issues. You notice how today we were almost late?
Yeah, sure.
I was almost not on time. Look at the face I'm making.
Wait, have you gotten colonoscopies?
You know what I have to do now? I'm back to where I was before I went on the Rogan show. And then after that, I went on the Joe Rogan show, I talked about this, and then people have been asking me about my ass. And I'm exactly where I was then, because I was at the point where I have to shit in a box. So then what happened now is I have new insurance, and it didn't take that. I took too long to shit in that box. So I couldn't use that doctor anymore. So I had to go out. I found a new guy. This guy's nice. I'm going to give him a shout out soon. First, let me shit in a box.
Sure.
But I got a new box. I got to shit.
You have to mail it in?
Yeah, no, this one's better. You call up, and then the FedEx guys, whoever come in, they pick up your shit.
Wow. I hope you don't bring that with you next Saturday. I'd prefer not to have that here.
No, whatever I'm getting, I'm leaving there. I'm happy.
Wait,
Jimmy,
have you ever had a colonoscopy or no?
I had 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have. Right.
You know it's bad when you lose track, 3 or 4.
Oh, okay. So you've done that clean out and stuff like that that I had to do, yeah.
I had more guys in my ass than you, bro.
No, you haven't.
I mean, actually, I take that statement back. But, Jimmy, let me tell you, we're going to get to the bottom of it. We will.
Well, let's do our picks, Matt. It's a great card coming up. Do you want to do like a lot of the main card? We could do. There's so many good fights. It's just stacked. Do you want to start with the first one? Vicente Luque against Ian Gary, undefeated 13-0 Ian Gary against that fucking tank. Even though he's lost a couple out of 3, he did come back with a huge win over Rafael Dos Anjos. Number 9 against number 10, Luque being number 9. What do you think?
Listen, Ian Gary's a young man. And boy, does he got a lot on his plate. I can't wait to that press conference.
Yes.
It's going to be wild. And not for anything. And I don't have nothing against him. I met him in person. He seemed like a nice enough guy. After he took Neil Magny's words and made it into something it wasn't when he did a simple dad joke and he turned it into something that was ridiculous. He doubled down on that. And he was like, this is warfare. And I was in his mind and he lost before he got in the cage. And what you say could be, you use it against you. So listen, man, I don't really feel bad for him then because, you can't attack a guy so stupidly. Like that was a stupid thing he did with Neil Magny. It was more like immature, like more like, dude, you're really looking into something that's not there. And now with his wife, with the whole
the younger guy,
she wrote a book. The girl wrote a book and put it on Amazon, How to Be a Wag.
Yeah,
that's
hot. I love her.
That's like if your wife put out something, how to get
your husband to not steal your Magnum condoms. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Jimmy. Jimmy TMI, okay? Sick son of a bitch. That's great. Oh, Jimmy, you're so funny.
I tell you one thing, I am taking in this fight Vicente Luque, even though Ian Gary has looked so good and he is I don't think he wins every fight in his career. He's not going to go undefeated forever. And he's beaten some really good fighters. I am taking Luque. I think he stops him in the second round.
I'm going to say Luque by decision.
Okay.
And it's not going to be a Luque. Luke, it's Vicente Luque, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say it is going to be a Luque decision, but it's not going to be a Luque decision. Like a lucky decision. There was something there.
There wasn't.
Yes, there was nothing there. There was nothing there at all. But it will be a Luque, not a Luque. A Luque decision.
Now.
Talk about doubling down. I should have let that one die.
That's all right. I respect the fact you had faith in it and you weren't going to.
I went back in. What?
Am I crazy or has Tony lost 7 straight fights?
Well,
which I believe BJ Penn was at when he stopped. And again, I see 5 straight here. They're all fucking wars. I mean, except for that fight against who did he lose to? Chandler was a very, very tough fight. And of course, Oliveira. What?
Patty's good, but his chin, I feel like his chin does go up. Am I crazy? They say that his chin goes up in the air.
I am going to take. Oh, you go, Matt. You go first, buddy.
No, you go.
I'm sorry. It's 6 straight losses for Ferguson. But I am going to take. He has not won a fight in the cage in 4 years. Yeah. Thank you, Jake. I'm going to take Tony in this fight. I think Patty is a great and exciting fighter. I felt Jared Gordon beat him. He beat Levitt. He's beaten some really good fighters. But I think Tony Ferguson brings something he's never seen before. And I think even though Tony is 39 and Patty is 28, that's a huge difference. I think Tony finds a way to sub him. I think Tony submits Patty Pimblett, I'm going to say, in the third.
I'm going to say Tony got through Hell Week, which is wild. But I don't know, man. I mean,
Pimblett's very good.
My thing is, I think that this is what I think. I think Patty looks in phenomenal shape. I just watched that Embedded with him at the PI, and he runs into Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland's like, "Oh shit, you're not fat." Sean's funny.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I expected a fat guy," but I think that I wouldn't count Tony out. But I just think that you put it all together. I think he is missing a beat, even though he did show some. This is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't often go with my heart, but then again, I like Patty. It's not that I want to go root against him,
True.
but I feel if there is any kind of, what is Patty's record right now?
Patty is 4-0 in the UFC, 20-3 overall. I mean, he's a solid fighter.
You know what? Fuck it. You said Tony. What'd you say?
I say I'm taking Tony in a sub in the second. I think that Tony, who has looked even against fighters who really have been around for 12 years, he is still a difficult guy to figure out, even though his movement is not what it was. And Pimblett has looked great. I am taking Tony by sub in the second.
All right, listen, man. I'm going to match you with that.
Okay.
But I'll say Patty by sub in the third.
Okay.
Doesn't that make it exciting?
Yeah, just two chums.
Just two chums. Are we gonna eat cannolis this weekend, like the Lady and the Tramp, and we'll cross our arms?
I'd rather not eat them like that, but we could if it helps get a cannoli into my fat face.
Yeah.
Now, 5 against 6. Shavkat Rakhmonov, of course, against 17-0. I mean, it's a crazy record against our pal Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson.
Well, you know what I'm going to say. I'll sing it, though. Wonder Boy. I don't know the rest of the words.
I think Wonder Boy, beats him in a decision. I think he is able to stay away from him. I think his movement is good enough where he is able to keep him away and is able to land on him. And I think that he wins by a decision.
Yeah. I like it a lot. I'm gonna say Wonder Boy by decision.
Okay.
What? You did a face like that because you said
no. I'm actually agreeing. Alexandre Pantoja.
Ooh.
Brandon Royval.
Royval with cheese. Jimmy, sorry.
Yes, sir.
That, my friend. You know, in France, what they call a Big Mac.
Yeah.
What?
Big Mac.
No, a Royval with cheese. I'm sorry. That's from.
I know, Pulp Fiction.
You're right. Very good, Jimmy.
Look at the big brain on Matt.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Shit. I think they were going to have. They were going to have Lawrence Fishburne in that role, but Samuel Jackson took it.
Samuel Jackson was so great, yeah.
You know?
Fishburne's amazing, though.
Fishburne is amazing. Hey, man, let's keep going with these. Oh, wait. I'm going to pick Brandon Royval.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm going to say 4th round sub.
Watching that first fight, again, it was so his movement is so good. Although Pantoja is so dangerous on the ground.
Shit. Yeah, but so is Royval.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think Royval beats him by decision. I think that those Denver lungs, although Alexandre has amazing cardio as well, but I think Royval beats him by a decision. I think he just outlasts him. I'm going to say this. I'm even going to give you, it's a 3-2 round decision, which would be 40. Let me see. Is that 48-47 or 47-46? 48-47.
Now, Jake, the producer, the mighty Ginger, I just want to let you know I love all the references from Pulp Fiction. So he wrote in a note he wrote there. Yeah, from Pulp Fiction. Now this is from what's his name? Morales? Who was the name of the bad guy? Vince Vaughn. Marcellus Wallace.
Yes.
And he wrote
Ving Rhames?
He told Butch, which was Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
In the 5th, your ass goes down. He wrote, if you wanted to pick the 5th round pick. But why would I want to do it? I picked the 4th round.
Yeah.
Because this goes better with the movie. You want me to change my beliefs?
No, you be who you are.
It's going to go?
You don't let anybody bully you.
Absolutely not.
Don't let anybody bully
Jake, thank you for the movie line. Jake, I like the movie lines. Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to stay with the 4th round, but thank you. In the 4th, your ass goes down. I'll just change it. And then I'm going to put a Band-Aid. He had a Band-Aid on the back of his neck.
Yes.
And there was always rumors like that was the hole where they took his soul from and they put the Band-Aid in. And then when you open up the briefcase and you see the glow, that's his soul. There was always rumors like, what is in that box?
Yeah.
And then from another movie, I don't want to repeat it, but
Sure.
I'll just tell you, I'll ask you basically, what's in the box? What movie?
I mean, I would rather not say it. Yes. No, I know.
You know,
Yes.
here's a hint.
Matt's waving. Happy Peace. Hey, Peace. No.
What I'm saying is it's from the movie Seven.
Yes.
And I'm just throwing these things out there for the kids out there that they might not have seen. I named 2 movies from like the 90s. Was Pulp Fiction in the 90s? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it's 96, 94. No, I'm right here.
Hey, 94. All right. So I'm naming movies where some kids probably weren't even alive. Wow, that came in 94? That came out a year after the UFC? Fuck. You know what I mean, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's do the main event. Our pal Leon Edwards against, a very dangerous Colby Covington.
I'm going to say, well, I can't pick Colby just for the fact that he's a cock. No, really kidding.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really necessarily like Colby, but he is a great, dangerous guy. You can't say he's not a very tough. He's got great endurance.
He's also been inactive.
Relentless, yeah.
Yeah. Relentlessly pressing charges.
Oh, come on, Matt, with that talk. But you're not wrong.
I'm going to say Leon Edwards, fucking 4th round, he finds that kick. I'm going to say he knocks him out. 4th round stoppage, Leon.
I think Leon stops him in the 2nd.
Stop, really?
Yep. Taking Leon in the 2nd.
Wow, man, you got some confidence in that.
I do.
Oh, Bryce Mitchell's fighting Josh Emmett.
Main fight or the final fight of the prelims. Oh, by the way, Matt, let me plug this before we do that. The early prelims, 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus, and the prelims are 8 o'clock on ESPN Plus and ESPN2. And the main card is, of course, a pay-per-view, ESPN Plus. You're just a boob if you don't order this. Cody Garbrandt's fighting. He's on the prelims, but Alonzo Menafield against Dustin Jacoby. There's so many great fights. Andre Fili, Lucas Almeida. What a great fight. And our buddy Randy Brown opens the entire night. This is just, it's a great night of fights. Every card has been fucking fantastic lately.
Oh, Britt, you know that Bryce Mitchell's filling in for an injured Giga. Giga hurt himself.
Oh, Takade, that's right. He had the same injury. What did he have? A groin pull, I think, right? I believe it was a groin pull. Could we just talk to, who had 2 groin pulls? We just talked to someone who had 2 groin pulls.
It happened to him kicking a machine. I'm sorry, kicking the machine. I think he was working with Marab.
Who do we just, my memory's going, Matt. Who do we just have that had 2 groin pulls? They recovered and then they had another one.
Man.
We just had them on and they had suffered 2 groin pulls. I hear Jake will say, nope, not yet.
Man, I don't know who you're talking about, man.
Sean Brady, I think. Sean Brady. Yes, it was Brady. Okay.
It was Brady, man.
I like to make my brain get it. Yeah, but he had 2 of them back to back, I think, and then Giga has this one. How do you get a groin pull? Is it from grappling or typically from kicking?
You don't know about getting your groin pulled, bro?
No, I do, but it never put me out of commission. It's always relaxed me.
I don't know, man. That stuff's annoying. Do that stuff with the ribs. You can't really do nothing for.
I mean, yeah, I have a bad vibe. I hurt my foot in Muay Thai, I think, giving the bag a good kick.
Man, stop doing that, bro. You listen to me. No offense, but you're not breaking no eggs with your strikes. Do the jiu-jitsu. You're going to get to anybody's back, and you're going to be able to strangle them. Put all your time in the jiu-jitsu. Don't listen. You can strike. I don't want to be mean. It's good for a workout.
Yeah, I have to strike.
It's not bad to learn how to rotate your little hips.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, but
well,
I'm striking because I want to get like jujitsu is great if you can get to the guy, but I want to be able to like intelligently get to the guy and not just hope I luck up on a single. Like I want to be able to strike if I have to. If the guy's long or if we're at an open, if we're in a park somewhere and he's just moving around me, I mean, I would like to at least be able to defend myself from strikes. And I haven't been able to kick lately, but you want to be able to do that for until you can grab somebody.
true, Jimmy. It's true.
Yeah.
God, I'm blessed with heavy hands. But
Yeah.
this morning I was doing half guard, so I taught one way from the clinch. Stepping back, they step forward. Basic kind of a basic leg trip. It was right to half guard, into finishing, into passing, and then finishing. And then I did more of a tournament where you both have each other chest and tricep, like a judo position.
Yeah.
You feel that guy's better. You put a foot in the hip, you lay down, you grab his leg, you sweep him, get up on top in the half guard. And then I was going over when you're passing the half guard, when they have an underhook and they're threatening back exposure, how to turn and face their legs. And I did a basic knee bar from there. It's so much. I enjoy my job. I'm going to do the same tonight with the, I don't want to say the old guys because I'm an old guy, but I do the over 40s class tonight, Jimmy.
Yeah.
40 and over. And I don't think I'm letting the cat out of the bag by telling you that it's a ball. It's fun.
Matt, did you know?
Why?
I don't know if you knew this, but I'm going to say, did you know that when you're going for a Kimura, if the guy is holding on too tightly, that you can decide to go for an armbar? And were you aware that if you lace the feet through a certain way and cradle the head a little with your foot, you can also manage a triangle if he turns into you?
Listen, this is news to me, Jimmy.
I will be happy to show you.
I want you to show me all these transitions. That Jiu-Jitsu World League, they just sent me a video of my daughter doing a triangle. Now that you said that, in her last match, my daughter, my oldest Angie, she went versus. It was like best 2 out of 3 with this girl from Higgin Machado, who's a very nice guy, one of his affiliates. And the girl was very game. So my daughter beat her the first time with a modified clock choke. And the girl was going, and know what I don't like? The girl was going, I didn't tap. Meanwhile, she tapped, the head was about to pop off. But the girl wasn't the best sport. But she's a kid, you like kids, is what it is. So I go, no, and then you have to go and thank the coaches, so she comes up to me and she was still like had her arms out like she didn't tap. I'm like, oh, don't worry, you're gonna go again, So that's why I'm like, Angie, get her. No, my God. So then the next match, Angie went with her and she actually got her in a triangle. So she got her again, And then the girl gets up because but before that, Angie was smashing her. She got like 16 points on her. She did a lot of, she took her down. She got all the positions you could think of before she finished her with a triangle. And then the girl got up and she was going, my heart, I feel my heart. It's like, look, you're not being a very gracious loser, I should say.
Yeah.
Listen, it didn't go your way, My youngest went in for the first time, my 10-year-old, and she lost to an armbar and a Kimura. But she went for some ringers. I mean, these girls, like, they were a belt higher, like a gray with a splash with the black with all 4 stripes. These girls were ringers for sure. For my daughter's first one. And she lost, but she had a great attitude.
Yeah.
She was like, she's like, wow, Dad, that girl looks 12. She tells me my kid's 10. She was a big girl. I go out there, do your best. And she did. She was trying to pay. It was great. You got to teach these kids that it's not like, oh, it's just okay if you lose. No, you want to win, but go out there. If you're having fun with it, you're going to improve. It will improve. So, you can't, I'm just saying, I like to practice what I preach. My one daughter was killing it. My other daughter had a hard time.
Sure.
It didn't hurt her day. So that other coach should tell that girl, look, you lost today. You got beat. Let's find out why and let's go from there. But anyway, that whole point of that is Gabriel, my buddy from the Jiu-Jitsu World League, nice guy. He goes, look, we got this. They put videos together from the competitors. So one time Angelina did she taught a technique on their page, and I used it on my Instagram as well of her teaching her modified clock choke, which she actually used. And they sent me one with her doing the triangle in the competition. So if you watch my story, if you watch my I'll probably post it on my thing later because they're gonna collab with me. Watch my Instagram later. You'll see my daughter doing that triangle.
Okay.
Makes me proud.
Is there a move you like
Corbin.
is there a move you like the least in jiu-jitsu? Like you're like, for me, the triangle is a little difficult because I have to, for the one from today was not hard at all. But the one where you're going straight from the back and not transitioning from an armbar is difficult just to get the position and make sure my legs are locked in and not. Is there one you dislike or like the least?
What I don't really like, and I like a lot. I love a lot of the leg breaks and leg locks, and I like to use them as reversals and stuff. But I don't like the 50-50 position that much. Not because it's not effective. I think it's very effective, but it's a lot of entanglements where I don't know. Like you have to live on those legs. You lose one, you could be really good at it, and you lose it. Now they're on your leg, and I like to avoid those entanglements. To be honest with you, maybe it's because I have a knee, maybe it's because I got arthritis, but I don't like to live like on the legs like that. I still love a good leg break. I taught a knee bar today. I love different ways of taking the limbs off, but I don't like to just live on those leg entanglements.
Sure.
But that's just me, my preference.
Now, would you go for a leg break if you had a bar fight with a guy?
Oh, sure, man, especially with shoes on. Hey, in several of my UFC fights to get off a bottom, I went for with Eve Edwards, I pulled guard. I don't know if in MMA, because he had me in a Muay Thai clinch, also known as the plum. I pulled butterfly guard. I attacked his leg. I got on top without taking a shot. So I like attacking those legs, especially on bottom. Just when you get greedy for them, that's when you can get laid out and get in trouble. But if you go for them violently and they have to address them or they're getting a broken leg, when they go to address it, you could use that to get on top. Jeff Curran, Shoney Carter, Eve Edwards, I use that at least several times, so I like, I'm definitely not anti-leg lock. I love that shit,
But is it practical in a real life situation unless you get down there? Yeah.
100%. I'm watching fights, especially those World Star Hip Hop, where a guy's like standing over him. Like the guy's between his legs and he's just punching down at him. I'm like, if this person knew jiu-jitsu, they could just go up and reap that leg, which is wrap around the leg and bring it straight across, and the other one goes to the other leg and straightens. You'll break that guy's balance, and now with shoes on, you'll rip his freaking ACL off. You know what I mean? So yeah, you'll see. I mean, if I'm standing right over you between my legs, and you take a leg, you wrap it around my leg, you destroy the base, and then you go to attack those legs with shoes on.
Why with shoes on? Because you can grab the shoe?
Oh, it's even worse. Yeah, man. Shit. I had this guy, Monster. His name is Gabriel. He's a black belt of mine. He's funny. Back when he was with me a long time. So he used to be a bouncer. And, dude, he'd be like, man, this one guy was a big guy, and he had Timberlands on. And I got him in that heel hook. He's funny. He talks like that. And I went until I heard the pop and stop. I'm like, yeah. He goes, he couldn't walk. I go, I bet he couldn't. I go, I hope you don't get sued, motherfucker. But
he broke his foot.
He ripped that guy's fucking leg off. You do this stuff with shoes on, it's a problem.
Is it because you have such good leverage with a shoe?
Oh my God. I mean, unless it's loose and it comes off the shoe.
Yeah.
But that's nasty, dude. You got to look at those old school Pancratian fights in Japan. The organization Pancration, they used to fight in Speedos and fucking almost knee-high boots. Like it looked like,
wow.
It was weird, dude. It was like kind of like, so it's like, man, they didn't want to they had these big on their, so that way these guys were really good with the legs, So they were sticky everywhere, but then they'd get a hold of those heels. It's nasty, Jimmy.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't done any leg locks yet. We're not at that point.
Dude. You're on the journey, though, bro. Baby steps, You and your fucking goblet.
I like it. It's kingly. Oh, by the way, geez, I'm so stupid. I almost forgot.
Don't you dare call yourself stupid.
But I am. I'm an idiot. My tour is called Now You Know. And I have the first 10 shows are on sale. I got a show in New Jersey, a show in Connecticut, show in Lexington, Kentucky, Petaluma, California, Monterey, California, Santa Cruz, California, Dallas, Houston, Oklahoma City. Pre-sale is today. So I'm only giving it out to my fans. Pre-sale, go to jimnorton.com and you can link. And the password is FATSO. in honor of what a pig I've been eating like. Password.
What you said. I'm happy I'm in shape now.
I'm password fatso.
You go, this is what you just did. You know, like the password is fatso.
No, but I'm also looking at myself on the monitor. Don't forget my picture's up in the Zoom window too.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Oh, picture of me and my Angelina. That's what she was.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Nice. Now she's
Yeah.
ripping limbs off.
Password Fatso. First show is February 23rd, and February, I think, 24th. That'd be in Connecticut and New Jersey. But there was a problem with the tickets this morning. All is good. Pre-sale. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Anyway, or check out my YouTube channel with my wife, Nikki and Jim NYC, on YouTube. We started.
I know what I'm gonna this weekend on that show. I don't know if you can be shooting. I'm gonna be like the neighbor Larry coming in, you know, and let's do an updated. Let's do a reboot version. Never mind. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Well, it's like when they didn't know if Jack Tripper was like gay or not.
Yeah.
Like you and your lovely wife, and they're not gonna really know exactly what's going on. You're gonna be like, and I'll be Larry, and I'll come in. We'll have to find a place like the Regal Beagle. Thoughts?
None. I have no thoughts.
Just down the shitter. Just down the shitter. Hey, our good friend Matt.
Matt, I will see you Saturday night.
I'm watching the fights with you.
Yep.
What do you want to eat? Should we wait and tell everybody when they watch it?
They can watch us.
Want to do something different than pizza?
Sure. Whatever you want.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Let's have broccoli.
We're not having broccoli. We're not having anything green, but we're having something green.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy. Love you, buddy. See you
I
Saturday.
love you. I'll see you Monday, pal.
Bye, pal.
Bye-bye.